Hi, everybody. My name is Creekbed Carter. You don't have to listen to me if you don't want, but I need your help for like 30 seconds. Here's what's happening. We're playing tonight. I'm playing first. I'm from Texas, and I'm here, and this is the first time I've played here, but I once had the best Frito pie of my life in this building, so I'm very pleased to be back. And then next is Jaimee Harris, who's my hero, so this is a very cool time. One thing that I do before every show is I paint a mustache on my face, and that's because I cannot grow one. And before some of you tell me to try Rogaine, I did, and it gave me a 3rd-degree burn on my upper lip. So we're gonna paint one tonight. I know, thank you for your sympathy, thank you. I struggled, but I survived. But I need you to help me decide what kind of mustache I'm painting. Is it the mustache of a 14-year-old boy who has sprouted his first wily hairs and just failed his math test? Or, yes, okay, great, we have a vote for that already. Or am I painting the mustache of a grizzled logger who no longer believes in love, and he lives alone in the woods, and then one day he meets a dog, an unlikely companion, and they strike up a friendship, and that friendship opens his heart? Am I doing old logger or 14-year-old boy? A divided audience. Okay, one more time. Give him up. Give him up. Say it like you mean it. I'm hearing a lot for loggers, so y'all are getting logger tonight. That's special. Okay, there's not a lot of audiences that can handle that. But I'm going to give it my best mustache. All right, let's see. I feel like it'd be really thick, you know, and it'll go all the way up to my nose. So let's give it some of that. Yeah, this is looking a little streaky. I'm going to have to buy a new little pen. You know, I got this from Sephora, and a child helped me pick it out. And I'll never forget the kindness of that child who understood what it meant to paint a mustache on a face. All right, is this full enough? Do we believe this? Thank you. Now you just have to pretend that it's real. This is now real hair that I grew, that the Lord let me grow. All right. I'm going to start with a song I wrote that's about, you know when you don't believe anyone could ever love you unless you trick them into it? It's about that. I've never been wrong about a long con. Well, I've been wrong twice, but it was hot before it was bad, and it took everything I had, and I would do it again. I'm settling in for a good old-fashioned spin of that fortune's wheel. Slowly build up the reveal. I'll try to charm you to bits with all my flattering wits till you're here in my arms. Oh, it might take a year, or maybe 3, or maybe a dozen, till we're simply buzzing with longing. Oh, I'll use misdirection, good honest connection, if there's no objection to gay old conceptions of longing. Now the timing is right for a well-planned heartsick heist. You know I love the game. A challenge is fuel for my flame, and the brighter we burn, the more my heart aches and yearns to tell you how I feel. I'm gonna do an instrument for you now that I used to do in church. Nobody asked me to, but I did it anyway. And now tonight, I'm going to be debuting it for all of you here in Nashville. So this is my mouth trumpet. night you'd rather decline. I'll almost certainly feel sad, but I won't make you feel bad. I'll take you at your word, 'cause you're a very nice kind of person. I really like hanging out with you a lot. I also like thinking about braiding your hair while there's a storm outside. That's a super normal thing to think about when you're friends with someone. And I will tell you something, there are a few things I don't do anymore. Like for instance, before I might have found out what coffee shop you like, and then I would have gone out to that coffee shop every day and night. And I'd do that for a couple of weeks and even months, just trying to find out when you would show up, until finally you'd be there. You'd say, what a coincidence, and I'd say, it's definitely a coincidence, not something I plan very carefully with calendar invites and spreadsheets, trying to find out just what you like. No, I don't do that anymore. I've been to therapy, so if you decide that you don't want nothing to do with me, I will leave you alone. I will leave you alone. I will leave you alone. Thank you. I think it finally started raining because I'm looking out that open door and I'm just seeing like a gray haze. I'll play a good song to go with a rainstorm. Man, wild. Y'all got wild storms up here. I mean, I live in Texas, so we also have wild storms, but shoot. Yeah, dang. All right, well, here's a good song for that. If I was, oh, if I was a loaded gun, you might treat me better, pull my trigger, cradle my barrel, and keep me safe out of the sun. My polish, all of my metal, give me your secrets, hold me till the battle was done. That's the way it would go, my own true love. That's the way it would go. That's the way it would go, my own true love. That's the way it would go. If I was, oh, if I was your painted doll, you might shine my locket, keep me in your pocket, shake my rattle and promise that you'd never let go. Dress me tender, bring me out of weather, oh, my great collector, ribbons round our fingers like so. That's the way it would go, my own true love. That's the way it would go. That's the way it would go, my own true love. That's the way it would go. Praise me as you promised and love me with fear in your eyes. Keep working morning till the evening, laboring and hoping I would be your hard-won prize. Back breaking, dreaming of the taking, giving me whatever your body's got until it dies. My listen, try to keep me hidden, I would be your center, but darling, you'd never be mine. That's the way it would go. Thank you. I don't know if you know this, but it's Gay Pride Month, and it's the very last day of it, and that matters to me because I think, as you can tell, I'm probably somewhere in that group, and you're right. You'd be right if you guessed that. That's right. And so I'm just trying to say, I'm so grateful for the Pride Month we've had, but we have one more day. We have to use it really wisely because we don't get to be proud the rest of the year. It's really limited to these 30 days. So let's see, I hope you have used your Pride Month wisely. I know that I have done some parade marching, not so much. My family wasn't really into parades. They're French-Canadian, so they were into one kind of parade. It's called La Kermesse, actually. It's up in Maine, and it's about frogs. And that is about as much as I understand about it. I never got more than that. I know it's like a frog parade, and it happens sometime in June. That has nothing to do with being gay, but it is there. So happy La Kermesse to you as well. And since it's Gay Pride Month, I'm going to give you a little treat. This song isn't gay, but it feels gay, and this is why it feels gay. It's a Willie Nelson song. I love it so much because it really is rooted in tax fraud. Willie Nelson was once in $4 billion worth of tax debt, and the IRS came knocking on his door, and they were like, you gotta pay up. And Willie was like, fuck, I gotta do something. And so Willie Nelson did the coolest thing I can think of, which is write a jingle for Taco Bell. And that jingle was so successful that it paid off all of his tax debt. And as someone who was once sued by the IRS, I really connect with that. So I feel this is my own pride song, especially as we find out information about student debts. It's a little tricky today. This is for all of us who have had tax trouble before. As I play this Willie Nelson cover, I need you to know it's called The Woman with the Rose Tattoo. It is on YouTube, and I was gonna say the music video, but it's a commercial for Taco Bell. In the commercial, Willie Nelson is wearing his little bandana. He's got his little braids. He's playing along, and this woman rips up through the desert in this red convertible, and on the front seat beside her is a sack of Taco Bell meats. So just picture that as I play this very brief Taco Bell ad until I get a cease and desist letter. He got off the bus, the border went up, drove a woman with a rose tattoo. She offered him a ride, then he got inside, then she offered him something new. A steak burrito supreme from Taco Bell, she insisted that he try it. And a new zesty steak melt from Taco Bell, well, he never had nothing like it. When he tried the steak soft taco, ooh, all of a sudden he knew that he'd always be indebted for the rest of his life. Yes, he'd always be indebted for the rest of his life. No doubt he would be indebted for the rest of his life. To the woman with the rose tattoo, to the woman with the rose tattoo, to the woman with the rose tattoo. And that's the whole ad. It's really good. Okay, now I have to tune down, so that means I'm just going to say true things about myself. So I've covered that my family is French-Canadian. That means they're very Catholic, which maybe you could also tell about me from the way that I make jokes out of everything. That's what Catholics do. You're taught that at a very early age. And that means that I also was an altar girl. Yeah, if you can believe that. They put me in a white gown and told me to be an altar girl where I would fall asleep all the time on that altar. I was a shame and an embarrassment to my family. And what else did I do? Oh, I got confirmed. I went to Catholic school. I thought I was going to be a nun, actually. I was studying to be a nun. I thought it seemed really cool at the time, and then I did realize I was just gay. But I think there's a lot of good overlap there. You both like gardening. You live in houses that are circles. One of you is a cat, and one of you has visions. I think that's super normal. Okay, this next song I'm gonna play is it's about holding a lot of rage, but you can't be mad, so you have to cry about it. But then you can't cry either, so you're just having a bad feeling. I don't know if that's ever happened for you. That happens a lot to me. So maybe this will help you hold that kind of space in your little heart while it's storming outside and our Pride Month comes to a close. We have to go back to being unproud quietly. Thank you. Thanks so much. Okay, I've got time for a couple more, and then I'll fuck off, because Jaimee Harris is coming on. Yeah, no, but yay, am I right? The fun keeps coming, guys. It just keeps coming up. And what, you're gonna drive in this? You're gonna go out and drive? I doubt it. Ooh, the lightning. Thank you, lightning. That was good. You proved my point. I'm gonna play a song for you now that I wrote after listening to only John Prine for 2 weeks. You ever do that where you put one guy on repeat? Or gal. You just put one person on repeat and you listen to them forever. And then suddenly you're like, okay, I can't listen to you for another 3 months. Is that normal? Someone say no? Well, fair enough. You're right. I think I have a similar problem with movies, actually. I'll start a movie, and then I'll just, when it gets to the end, I'll restart it. And that's true for every movie, except for a movie I just watched last night, and that was The Fisher King. And I don't know if you've seen that movie. That's a very sad movie. That one I'm not trying to rewatch again anytime soon. But the other ones, I get to the end of an Ocean's 11, you know, just hit that play button again, baby. I think that means I'm obsessive. That's probably what my mom meant when she was like, you're being obsessive. Carter. If only you could put your attention on math the way you put it on Disney movies. I don't know. There we go. All right. I guess they call the loving down in paradise, but I don't know why, 'cause it feels real mean. They should call it hell and get me out of here. Well, I am through with loving ain't for me. Yeah, I am through with loving set me free. Loving set me free, my darling, loving set me free. Loving leave me be, my darling, loving leave me be. You're a scabby old cast iron rusting away, and I'm letting you fool me every day. Well, fool me once, fool me twice, I guess they call the loving down in paradise. Fool me thrice, fool me quadruple. When will I learn anything from all of my scruples? Oh, I don't know when, but I hope it's soon. 'Cause I'm getting old and I'm rotting away. Well, I am through with loving every other day. Yeah, I am through with loving ain't my way. Loving ain't my way, my darling, loving ain't my way. Every other day, my darling, every other day. 'Cause you're a skunk weed slithering, quick talking piece, and I'm letting you fool me with looks like these. Well, fool me once, fool me twice, I guess they call the loving down in paradise. Fool me thrice, fool me quadruple. When will I learn anything from all of my scruples? Fool me quintuple, fool me sextuple. I guess we never made a very good couple, but I wish we did. 'Cause I miss you still. And it hurts like hell, cut you out of my heart. Oh, I look for your face in every crowd, and I listen for your voice son of a gun, I'm letting you fool me. And everyone will fool me once, fool me twice, I guess. Go loving down in paradise, fool me thrice, fool me quadruple wham. Will I learn anything from all of my scripts? Fool me quintuple, fool me sextuple, I guess we never made a very good couple. Oh, fool me septuplet, fool me octagon, won't last, I'm feeling so goddamn woebegone. Fool me 9, fool me 10. Well, Christ, I'm falling back in love all over again. Thanks so much, everybody. I've got time for 2 more, so I'm gonna give you a choice now. I know what I'm playing for my last song, but for this next one, should I play a sad one, a lonesome cowboy one, or should I play the weirdest one that I have? I heard a strong vote for weird from a table that way. It's you? Great, all right, this and that's, and we're gonna blame, what's your name? We're gonna blame MJ. We're blaming MJ for the fact that I'm about to play the weirdest song that I have. It's weird because I think we've all gotten to know each other by now. You understand that I'm someone who is, what? Obsessive. And also grew up Catholic. And those 2 things, when combined, are a powerful pair. They mean that your ability to rein it in really knows no bounds. So what I'm about to do is play you a song I wrote that is about the relic trade in the Catholic Church in the 10th, 11th, and 12th centuries. You don't need to know anything about it. I see you rubbing your hands over there. Are you like a history buff? We should talk later. Oh, yeah? Okay, all right. Well, listen. I've heard it on good authority. I can't play this song so often because sometimes it could rub people the wrong way, but I have it on good authority that it is at least a little historically accurate. Actually, I'm going to tell you the truth. It is actually historically accurate because I asked someone fancy to take a look at the history. Anyway, you don't have to know anything about what I'm about to sing, but what I need you to know, as I've proven with my fancy little research man, is that this is entirely true. And that this is the kind of behavior that my mom got mad at me for. But it's Pride Month, so I can't be contained, baby. All right, here we go. Well, this is the story of the tricks and glory of the medieval Catholic Church. The plague was killing and the Lutherans winning in the battle for souls on earth. So the Pope looked around and then up and then down, an idea underneath his hat. He looked at a deacon, said, "Listen here, Stephen, I think we can capitalize on that." So some henchmen went roaming in the catacombs of Rome and dug up all the bones of the poor. They wrapped them in gold, ready to be sold complete with lots of made-up lore. Then they got in their stirrups and rode across Europe, and in every town they said, "Hey, listen here, pagans, if you want saving, give your money to our holy dead." Well, it ain't quite the truth, but neither does it count as a masterful lie. Just another money maker designed by rich men digging through pockets in the name of the Bank of Jesus Christ. By the finger of Peter, you fishing net weavers, and you'll catch more fish than you can fry. Wear the girdle of Magdalene on your birth and bet your baby will not die. There are 98 vials of the foreskin of Jesus, and they're yours for a limited price. Just pay the church all that's in your purse, and we'll throw in St. Lucy's eyes. Or can we interest you in relics from the maidens of St. Ursula? Hundreds of them, got so many we need to disperse them. How's about the yellow braid that once adorned St. Agatha? Here's a St. Teresa. I think that it's a scapula. Don't be scared, it don't have to be a big dilemma. Just pay to touch the severed head of Catherine of Siena. The dry blood of St. January, yes, will turn to liquid if you pay up with anything that's gilded. Here's a tongue of Anthony, and it's well like he's still living. All the of your fingernails, can't you feel the grace are given? And a sword from whence it owed to cut her own nose off. And a relic from a mortis bit St. Francis toes up. Doubting Thomas stuck his finger in the bleeding wounds of Jesus. Now it's yours for a buck and a bit of your fine cheeses. In my bag I've got some Peter and St. Paul. Oh, bless your heart, you need 'em, oh, you gotta catch 'em all. You gotta hand it to that Pope. He sold a whole lot of hope in a time that was brutal and dire. And though hope ain't his intent, that's the way that it went. And what is hope but a kindle for fire? Who knows how the world could have spun up a world if those fake holy bones had stayed dead? Or how many ways of keeping the faith might have colored our world instead? Well, it ain't in the name of the bank of Jesus Christ. It ain't quite the truth, but neither does it count as a masterful lie. Just another money maker became a way of marketing that bank of Jesus Christ. Became a way of colonizing prayers for Jesus Christ. Became a way of honoring that gay old boy, Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you. That's my weirdest one. They don't get any weirder. Well, that's not true. They do get a little weirder, but not by a lot. Okay, friends, I'm going to play one more song, and then I'll fuck off, because it's Jaimee Harris time. So thank y'all so much for having me. Chris, thanks for doing such great sound. Hell yeah, brother. And if you want to follow along with my shenanigans and bullshit, maybe you should, because I have some little secret things happening soon. I'm gonna go on a big tour. I'm gonna release a full-length album with a record label that I'm signing with right now, so fancy, but I can't say which one because I'm not allowed to legally, and that's how it works. But I can tell you it's happening because I had to get a lawyer. You know you have to do that? Anyway, you probably do. This is Nashville. You all know how to do everything, but I'm new, so here I am. So I'm gonna close it up tonight with this song. Man, what to say? I don't know, nothing to say, except it's been really great to play for y'all. Thank you for pretending my mustache is real. I really appreciate it. And this will close me out. Oh, special thanks to the Thunder for giving me a backing track. And thank you for that tip. I see you, I respect it. I am an honey hive of hatred in my throat. I am a dirty river, and nothing in me ever seems to float. Though I've tried and I've tried to keep me satisfied, but I just can't seem to mend my broken heart. Crossroads that we knew. Well, I burned for you till death do us part. You are a leaking pipeline. Oh, steeping where the garden's growing green. You are a breeze. Vision. Oh, and Lord above, you'll never let me be. Though I've tried and I've tried to keep me satisfied, but I just can't seem to mend my broken heart. So I'll wander down to the crossroads that we knew, where I'll burn for you till death do us part. the crossroads that we knew, where I'll burn for you till death do us part. I will wander down to the crossroads that we knew, where I'll burn for you till death do us part. I will wander down to the crossroads that we knew, where I'll burn for you till death do us part. Thanks, everybody. Up next is Jaimee Harris. Thank you. Thanks, man. Hey, Chris, am I good to unplug? Okay. Whew. That was awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
That was awesome, Carter.
Thanks, dude. Fucking amped for you.
Hey, Jaimee, do you need a DI or anything?
I've got a DI to sit in line for it, and I've got
Cool.
my own tips. I can use the 58 if that's what you want me to use, but I also have a helicopter.
I'd rather use the Beta 58. They sound better, in my opinion, than just for the
Beta 58? I just do a regular 58.
Yeah, we can. Right on. I'll sanitize it for you. Yeah, because we're streaming and doing all that, and I don't like to change stuff that I use.
That's cool.
It's going to smell lemony fresh for a moment. I'm a bit of a germaphobe. Oh yeah. I know. It can happen. I actually want to get this thing. It's like a well, it's not an autoclave, but it's like a light, but it's a really powerful light. And you just take off the heads of the microphones and store them in that thing, you know.
That's cool.
So it's shining ultraviolet light on them like constantly, which would make all the sound people have to do just one more thing for me, but you know, it would be great.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the Beta 58 is actually my choice for live recording. It's a very the frequency response is just right for it, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
You drove in the crazy ass rain? It was fucked up here. It seemed really bad.
Yeah, it seemed like it was
No,
pretty violent.
but it was.
Electrical and this right all the way down the alley. Lights, street lights.
Oh my gosh.
Well, welcome to D's.
It was perfect. Right when I pulled up,
Glad you made it
can't believe that you did. I'm shocked.
Can't believe I came.
Yeah.
Sandals are cute.
It's great. Gringo Hirachis. Made out of, what did you say they're made out of?
I can't. Rubber? No. I can't remember. Mats? Are they made out of old mats?
Parachute material.
Yeah, they're cute. I need some sandals. There you have it.
Good sandals are hard to find.
It's wonderful to have them.
So crazy. It's like I haven't played in only like a week, but it feels like forever.
That's okay.
It's like
You'll warm up.
all right. Want me to send this to you?
Yes, please. I've got a great signal.
Great. Actually, yeah.
Bring you up carefully here.
Cool. Sure. That's nice. I can actually take. Actually, that'll be good. Yeah, I was gonna say probably bring it down. Just bring the volume down.
Remember when we'd get together, burn the candle, don't you know? Smoking, drinking, live forever, no one there to tell us no.
Actually, I'll bring it back
Out the back and down, yeah,
up. You can take the vocal down.
gonna get your bucket spat. Come back when you think you need me, come back anytime you like.
A little less voice.
Where'd you get that red dress?
That's great.
That's on it is like it's kind of the preset to protect the leg, so you can get on it pretty good, like with
Cool.
your mouth right up on it.
Cool.
It won't distort or anything.
Cool. I'll do that.
Can I get you anything?
I think I'm good. Should we start at 9:30?
What time is it now?
9:20.
Yeah, let's start at 9:30. Oh, I guess. Do you need it?
No, I'm good. I'm all muted and everything.
Okay, cool. Can I get your Venmo to put on the screen while you're performing?
right, D's. My name is Jaimee Harris. Hi. How about Creekbed Carter Hogan, y'all? Incredible. We're doing this folk takeover here at D's tonight on the very last night of Pride. Woohoo! And I'm going to do a song I didn't write. This is a song written by David Olney. David's picture over there. That's beautiful. All right. Here we go. Carter, I loved your weird song. I also thought when you were talking about Willie Nelson that you were going to sing a song that he wrote called Cowboys Are Secretly Fond of Each Other. I love that song. It's a great song. I thought that was what was coming. was a darkness in that house. I felt chill my bones. Saw your mother at the kitchen table, just sitting there, arms crossed. I did a line to make it through the night. I did a line to suppress my appetite. She offered us what she had to eat. Guess she'd been holding on to all of those holiday meats. I smell the milk spoiling from the refrigerator. Pull long black hair off of my plate. Said, baby, let's get out of here. I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save you. Red rescue, red rescue. Oh, I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save you. Red rescue, red rescue. The walls were colored all like blood. I'd never looked, but I swear there must have been a dungeon. I saw your brother there, sleeping on the couch. Don't think he's moved since, don't think he'll ever get out. Oh, I'm gonna save you, I'm gonna save you. Red rescue, red rescue. Oh, I'm gonna save you, I'm gonna save you. Red rescue, red rescue. Oh, I'm gonna save you, I'm gonna save you. Red rescue, red rescue. Oh, I'm gonna save you. So I wrote this song based on a story that a friend of mine told me about his first wife. I thought we were really good friends, but I was unaware there was a first wife situation. I asked him to fill me in, and he told me that when he fell in love with a girl when he was 17 years old and went to meet her family like you do when you're dating somebody. But he said he walked into the house and everything that could possibly be red was red. So like the walls were red and the floor was red and the table was red and the dishware and the tablecloth and the napkins, everything. And the mom served them a really strange meal that included spoiled milk. And she had like super long Crystal Gale hair. If you're too young to know who Crystal Gale is, there's that scene in Talladega Nights when the dad puts the cougar in the car. Will Ferrell is wearing a Crystal Gale shirt, but we're in Nashville, so I'm pretty sure all you guys know who that is. But when I first moved to Nashville, I put all my stuff into my house, and then I had to go to this music business thing, and the first person I saw was Crystal Gale. And I was just trying not to think about this story because I don't have very good social skills anyways, and it was weird. But that was a digression. I'll get back to the original story. But my friend decided he would try to rescue this girl from this kind of insane environment by marrying her. Wow, this is the most emotionally stable audience I've ever played for, ever. Usually one person will laugh and I go, that's the person that knows how this story ends, because maybe they have some personal experience. But y'all are doing great. Wow, good for y'all. Yeah, it did not turn out so great for them. And I asked him if I could write a song about it, and he gave me his blessing, but we didn't know that a few years later I would call my first record Red Rescue and have me set up at a red table with a red jumpsuit and a red wall and the red dishware. And it got kind of weird because I recently learned that the Red Rescue family has somehow acquired a copy of the CD. But I've never been contacted by them, so I guess they were just super passionate about adding an additional red item into their household. And then this other weird thing happened that I really love because I do consider myself a folk singer. And that was that you guys remember when Beto O'Rourke was running against Ted Cruz for that Senate seat in Texas in 2018? I heard his campaign was considering using this song. Yeah, it took me a while too. I think it was too much of a stretch, and that's why they didn't end up going with it. But I'm sure he'll run for something again soon, sometime. You write these songs, you have no idea where they're gonna go. Anyways. There is a darkness in our house. I felt chill my bones the second I carried it. Wedding dress over the threshold. You told a lie. You told a lie. It was easy for me to believe. Well, all that you said was it's not as bad as it seems. But it was, baby. How am I gonna save you? How am I gonna save you? Red rescue, red rescue. Thank you. I just saw my friend Irakli Gabriel walk in, I think. Fantastic artist in every sense of the word. What's up, dude? It's good to see you. And I put out a record in February. It's called Boomerang Town. Thank you, Carter. I'm so glad you're in town. And I had this crazy idea because I really like to collaborate, but the record I made pretty much just with me and the producer and a couple of friends. And so I had this insane idea, which was I wanted to have a music video made for every song on the record. And every person I hired to make a music video is also a songwriter. And I was fortunate that Anana Kay and Irakli Gabriel agreed to make 3 music videos for the record. And they kick ass. They are great. If you are in need of a music video, wow. It's good to see you, oh my friend. I've been hiding out again. I had this feeling you would understand. Spending too much time alone, and for a moment I'll start feeling good again. Go on down to Sam's. I don't remember, can't forget. Is that how we met? Sam don't run the place no more. They got rock stars living in the back. You and I guess that we don't think too much on that. We just talk out by the fire, and every once in a while I'll light a cigarette, even though I know you hate it. Just like our friend that died, or is he really gone, or in the wind? I think I'm spinning out again. I don't remember, can't forget. Is that how we met? Pretty soon you'll head north, so will I. We'll say goodbye and then return when the leaves have changed their color. Tell our stories of our loves that fell apart out on the road. If we had better sense, we would join our hearts. Have we ever? I don't remember, can't forget. Is that how we met? Back when the place was still a biker bar, I'd come up late and put 'em down, 'cause not a soul I ever knew was hanging round. No one cared if I drove off into the night to greet the flashing lights. They tied me up, put me back inside. I remember, can't forget. Is that how we met? Well, it seems it's finally happened, like I knew it would in good time. My friend, I know I've finally lost my mind, spending too much time alone, and for a moment I'll start feeling good again. Go on down to Sam's.
Thank you. Thanks, Heracles. Thank you. Yeah, Heracles and Anana made a beautiful video for that song, and for this song too. Some weird stuff happened with this song. I got to be I was invited to be a part of this really cool thing in Lafayette, Louisiana. What they did was they brought in some French-speaking Canadians and mixed them up with some French-speaking Cajuns, and they took some folks from Texas and from Nashville and from the UK, and they all stuck us in a hotel in Lafayette for a week and told us to write together, and so we did. It was pretty cool. I had to go all the way there to meet Jim Lauderdale. That was really fun. Watched him do Tai Chi outside every day. It was beautiful. But on the very last day, I got put with a great woman named Katrine Noel, who was in a fabulous band called the Hey Babies in Canada, and a guy named Dirk Powell, who was fantastic. He's been in Joan Baez's band for many years. And like you do with strangers at 9 o'clock in the morning in a van, I started talking about low-bottom alcoholism and intergenerational addiction and a very cheery conversation at 9 o'clock in the morning. And so we got into this song, and we needed something that was like the devil, but wasn't the devil. And Dirk said in Irish music, they have this character, the fair and dark-haired lad, which is used to represent the insidious nature of alcoholism. So I knew that was it. And then when I had this record coming out, the music business is so mysterious to me, the label said, "We think that's the single." And I said, "Really?" this song about alcoholism. They said, yep, that's the single. I said, okay. And then it ended up on that playlist called New Music Friday, the same day that Miley Cyrus put out Flowers. So that was weird. And then a couple months ago, the organist at Fenway played it in between innings on the organ. You never know with these little songs what they're gonna do. But I think I'm gonna root for them now, so. All right, here we go, the fair and dark-haired lad.
Had my first drink before I could drive. Mama left it on the counter half full one night. Felt the fire in my chest, shook the hand of the fair and dark-haired lad. He crept through the boards, hid behind the door. Now he ain't got a reason to have no more. Took the seat at the table that my daddy once had. The fair and dark-haired lad. He's got no hands, but I'm in his grip. His burning kiss lands on my lips. Lingers like a love gone bad. The fair and dark-haired lad. He's got no voice, but he calls my name. Feel his blood running through my veins. His laughter howls like a dog gone mad. The fair and dark-haired lad. That look in the mirror, I see him there. Bloodshot eyes in a vacant stare. Took everything I ever had. The fair and dark-haired lad. Turned the engine over, rolled the windows down. Left a note to tell him where I'm bound. I say goodbye, tip my hat to the fair and dark-haired lad. The fair and dark-haired lad.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get this little guy here.
Good morning, my love. Can you hear the birds are singing? Can you hear my heart ringing? A bell for what I feel. Good morning, my love. Did you have a peaceful slumber? Did those demons all stay under the bed in which you lay? give it up? Or do they whisper softly close, I could never love you most, I'm not enough? Oh, why are you so far from me, my love? Good morning, my love. Did you greet the day with fear? Do you wish that I was near to tame your racing mind? Or am I the cause of all your worry? Do you hunger now for freedom? Does this silence mean you're leaving this love of ours behind? Or are you quiet because you're just not sure yet which way your heart will turn? Well, I light up part to kill the time most, 'cause I like to watch things burn. Oh, why are you so far from me, my love? Oh, why are you so far from me, my love? Oh, why are you so far from me, my love?
All right, thank you. All right. I keep talking about this Boomerang Town thing. So I'm from, well, I call where I grew up a Boomerang Town because a lot of folks that try to leave end up coming back pretty quick. It turns out people like us, where we come from, we have to write whole records about we're getting out of it. Like my good friend Brian Wright did. He's got a record called The Lapse of Luxury that has several songs about our hometown, which is a small town just outside of Waco, Texas. I just wanted to see if anyone was going to clap for Waco, Texas. No, it's okay. I played this gig in Chicago a couple months ago, and my grandmother was there. She lives in Waco. Not only did she not clap, but she kind of looked at her shoes like she didn't even want people to know by osmosis that she was from there. So you guys are certainly off the hook. But one of the things I love about Creekbed Carter Hogan is the weaving in of humor, and I think Woody Guthrie was so great at that. I'm a huge Guthrie fan, although I only came to his work about 8 or 9 years ago. They did not teach us any verses of This Land Is Your Land in my school in Waco, Texas. It's good that you're still not clapping for it. That's good. It's on track. That's all right. Nashville, no. Okay, good. And I was really, once I got into Woody Guthrie, I got super into Woody Guthrie, and I started going to this place in Tulsa called the Woody Guthrie Center, where they've got a lot of incredible stuff there. And I was really blown away by seeing all of the verses of This Land Is Your Land in Woody's handwriting, and this one verse really struck me. I call it the steeple verse, and in case they didn't teach it to y'all either, it goes, in the shadow of the steeple I saw my people. By the relief office I saw my people. They stood there hungry, and so I stood there asking, was this land made for you and me? And that blew my mind because there's an interstate, I-35, that runs right through my hometown. And on the east side of the interstate, there's a steeple from a seminary. And on the west side, there's a Caritas Relief Office and a Salvation Army. And the interstate actually creates a bridge, and there's a community of people living underneath that bridge. So when I read those words that Woody wrote so long ago, I saw my hometown. I was working at the supermarket when I fell for Julie, knocked her up like everybody said I would. The day I turned 16, I got that job. Couldn't wait to buy a car, save enough, leave this town for good. In August, I asked Julie if she'd run away. She said she wanted to wait till May to graduate. She'd be the first in her family, so I stayed behind. Thought she could get a scholarship to college, become a nurse, travel the world, but all that took a back seat when we saw those double lights. As for me, the only dream I've ever had is getting out of this boomerang town. You think you're soaring, you think you're flying, too young to know there's no use trying. You spin in circles, round and round, in this boomerang town. It's a boomerang town. Julie got a GED and a job of 35. The only joint in town that's open all night. The diner next to the seminary. She serves the truckers, the troubadours, the punks, the college kids who trash their booths, all stoned and drunk, who always pay but never tip with daddy's money. Julie and I come from similar kin, heavy drinkers, quick to anger's fist to skin. They all live and die here. That won't be us, I swore to her. I promise you will see the world. I just don't know when. As for me, the only dream I've ever had is getting out of this boomerang town. It feels Thanks so much. Thank you.
Love is gonna come again. Maybe when you're not quite looking. Maybe tonight, my friend. Maybe when you're driving, love will call and you will fall into a place you never thought you could fit in. Love is gonna come again. I know you don't believe me yet, stuck inside your head, wondering what you could have said. In that bed, love will find you and remind you of the things you thought you'd give up feeling. Love is gonna come again. I know it hurts like hell right now, and only you know how. No one can tell you when. Oh, but love is gonna come again. Lying in your sheets alone, hiding from your telephone as it echoes through your empty home. No way of knowing if you'll have anything close to what you had then. Love is gonna come again. I know it hurts like hell right now, and only you know how. No one can tell you when. Oh, but love is gonna come again. Joy will find its way to you. Maybe it'll come with the morning dew, right where those flowers grew. And butterflies flew, and on their wings they always bring the kind of peace to ease your grieving. Love is gonna come again. Oh, love is gonna come again.
Thank you. Thank you. So before I decided I was going to move to Nashville, I was kind of on the fence about it. And I saw something in the paper about a guy that my friend Chris Porter had told me about that was playing, and his name was John Latham. And so I went to go see John Latham play, and he said, I'm going to go to this place called Dee's afterwards. You want to come? And I said, sure. And he brought me here, and I said, well, if Dee's is here, I can totally live in the Nashville area. I love this place, so it's always a treat to play here. And jukebox is great. They always have my favorite movies on. They have like 8 non-alcoholic beers. I love it here. It's paradise. And the Frito pie, I smelled the sandwich earlier. I think I'm gonna have to get into that. Wow. I love it here. And then after that, I collided with my now partner, since it is Pride Month, the last few 2.5 hours of Pride Month. My partner, her name is Mary Gaucher. I think I don't know if she was here still, it's late. But yeah, we got together, and she's a songwriter, singer-songwriter, and we started like writing each other's songs and sending them back and forth with the magic of our iPhones. It was kind of gross and awesome and beautiful. I was recently on tour with this nice guy from Ireland. His name is Pat Byrne, and he was asking me about this next song, and I told him that whole story, and then he pulled over the car and vomited. And I said, yeah, if I wasn't in it, it's kind of saccharine. I would probably, no, he had food poisoning. But now I just think of that when I tell this story. This is one of those songs, and I decided, like I was telling you guys about the music video thing, I was at a YMCA, and I stumbled into this thing called the Silver Sneakers program, which is a whole series of classes for people 65 and up. And I saw this woman in there in the Zumba class, and every time the class went right, she went left, and every time they went front, she went backwards. But she had the best outfit of anyone. And she had her lipstick on, and she looked cool as hell. But she just couldn't get the moves right. And so I decided in my mind that she had recently found love, and she was like getting into the Zumba because she was re-energized by love. And so I decided I wanted to make a Let's Get Physical type music video, but with people that are mostly 65 and up. And so we did that, and it was really fun. And then last week I ended up at this wellness place. It's a long story, but I decided to do this thing called cardio drum dance. I don't know if you know about this, but it's where they give you these trash cans. It's kind of like a combination of Stomp, you know, remember in Blue Man Group? So they give you these giant trash cans and these fake drumsticks that are still lethal, and they have all these moves, and by the third move I was out, but the class was 45 minutes long, and I kind of felt like that lady because I would go left, but in this case, if you went left when you were supposed to go right, you got hit in the face with a drumstick. It was rough. Thank you for letting me share that. I haven't really gotten that off my chest. I know now this wasn't the place to do that, but I do feel better. Here's the song I was talking about. Let's go. I shouldn't have night coffee. Finally calling back all my friends. They've been wondering where I've been. I went off the deep end. This time it was a good swim. I've been running around with someone. Never thought I'd be this fun again. Well, I never would have thought it, and he told me that we would come together quite like we have. Kinda reads like Kerouac, crossing country, then going back to New York to figure it out, back to the place I loved you right out. Well, work's piled up, dishes ain't done. I've been stuck on the telephone, ain't been sleeping in my bed. I'd rather be in yours instead. Yes, I've come a little undone. Hey, I'm just missing someone. And I'm looking up at the sky, I'm looking all the time. Is that you circling around? When are you coming down? When will I see your face again? When will I get to have that skin I'm craving? Well, work's piled up, dishes ain't done. I've been stuck on the telephone, ain't been sleeping in my bed. I'd rather be in yours instead. Guess I've come a little undone. Hey, I'm just missing someone. And we tried counting down the days, but our hearts couldn't take the pain. Ain't never been so hard living this way. When I finally get to you, babe, I'm gonna stay. Oh, yeah. Well, work's piled up, dishes ain't done. I've been stuck on the telephone, ain't been sleeping in my bed. I'd rather be in yours instead. Guess I've come a little undone. Hey, I'm just missing someone. Hey, I'm just missing someone. Hey, I'm just missing someone. All right, thank you. I was in North Florida at the Salvador Dali Museum. I don't know if any of you guys have been there. It's a trippy place, but it's extra trippy if you're really tired. And I saw this sculpture he made called Lobster Telephone. Have you seen it? Yes, amazing. very cool. The bottom is like a regular telephone, a rotary phone, and then the receiver is a lobster. And I said to myself, I have to write a song about the lobster telephone. Yeah.
Twilight Zone, but most of all, I want a lobster telephone. I want my friend Charlie's garage sale crock pot. I want the winning numbers to the lotto jackpot. I want the coconut and the chocolate snow cone. Most of all, I want a lobster telephone. You can't call me if you ain't got one, and I will be the only one you know with a lobster telephone. I want Linda Blair's Ouija board. I want a pink flamingo house with a red door. I want ruby slippers, click my heels and go home. Most of all, I want a lobster telephone. You can't call me if you ain't got one, and I will be the only one you know with a lobster telephone. Didn't see that one coming, did you? Thank you so much to my friend Creekbed Carter Hogan, who's on the road all the way from Austin, Texas. There's a tip jar here. It'd be cool, to people on the road. Thank you to everyone working so hard behind the bar, to Chris on the sound. And once again, my name is Jaimee Harris. I live right here. The next town over, I guess. I don't live in Madison. I wish I was that cool. I got one more for you. Thanks for letting me sing for you tonight. Thank you for the queer folk takeover of this Friday night. The very last 2.5 hours of Pride. We appreciate you listening. Those college boys in the corner are each waiting their turn for a symbol
Nice to meet y'all. Thank you so much.